हेलो गाइस, आज की वीडियो में हम जानने जा रहे हैं वेदर एंड क्लाइमेट के बारे में। पिछली वीडियो में हमने जाना था मैप्स और गाइड्स के बारे में, और इस वीडियो में हम जानने जा रहे हैं वेदर एंड क्लाइमेट के बारे में। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। वेदर एंड क्लाइमेट। Climate of a place is the average weather conditions over a long period of time. Different places in the world experience different types of climate. Some regions are hot and dry. In some areas, the climate is neither hot nor cold, and the land is covered by snow and ice. In some parts of the world, the climate is neither hot nor cold, and there is moderate rainfall. Latitude, distance from the equator. Places near the equator are hotter than places far from the equator. The sun rays are falling vertically over the equator. They are spread over a small area. Hence, places near the equator receive more heat and are hotter. Depending upon the amount of heat received, there are three heat zones. Torrid zone. On both sides of the equator, the region lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is called the torrid zone. This zone gets the direct rays of the sun all the year round. Hence, the climate is hot and humid. Temperate zone. This region is neither hot nor very cold. It lies between the torrid zone and the frigid zone in both the hemispheres. Frigid zone. The region lying between the Arctic Circle and North Pole and between the Antarctic Circle and South Pole is called the frigid zone. It receives very slanting rays of the sun and is therefore very cold. Altitude or height above the sea level. The height we go, the cooler it becomes. It is because temperate falls, height gained. It is cold in the high mountains because mountains are located at a high altitude. For example, Ludhiana and Shimla are at the same distance from the equator, but Shimla is cold while Ludhiana is hot in summers because Shimla is located 2,150 meters above the sea level, whereas Ludhiana is only 250 meters above the sea level. Wind. Wind affects the climate of the place they blow to. Winds coming from the hot areas increase the temperature of the place they blow to, while winds coming from the cold areas lower the temperature of the place they blow to. Distance from the sea. Places situated near the coasts are neither too hot nor too cool. They have a moderate climate. It is called equable climate. This is because of the land and sea breeze. In the daytime, the sun heats both the land and the sea breeze. Land heats up more quickly than the water. Humidity. The amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. Humidity affects the climate of a place. The winds blowing from sea to land bring a lot of moisture with them. They make the climate in the coastal areas very humid. Ocean currents. Oceans have a warm and cold currents make the coastal areas. Warm oceans currents make the coastal area warmer, whereas cold oceans currents makes the coastal areas cool. Extra points. The sum total of the atmospheric conditions at a given time and place. This is called weather. The average weather conditions of a place over a long period of time. This is called climate. Height above the sea level. This is called altitude. Neither too hot nor too cool. This is called equable climate. A wind blowing from land to sea at night. This is called land breeze. A wind blowing from sea to land during afternoon, this is called sea breeze. The amount of water vapor present per unit of air, this is called humidity. People who study weather conditions are called meteorologists. People who study climate are called climatologists. थैंक यू गाइस, आज की वीडियो में इतना ही, मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में. गुड बाय.